आया नहीं लाया गया हूँ. I didn't come here on my own. Nobody has come here on his own desire and his own wish. Otherwise, the whole masjid would have been full and they wouldn't have been placed. ये कदम मैं आया नहीं. I didn't come on my own. मैं लाया गया हूँ. Allah brought me here. Whoever comes to Allah Ta'ala's house, Allah has chosen that person. This is Allah's house. When we love somebody, we will call him. We give him dawah to our home. And somebody we got no time for, we're not going to give that person dawah. When Allah loves a person, Allah will bring him into his home. Allah will make him sit in his home. Allah will let him stay in his home. Muhabbat de ke tarpaya gaya ho. That the love of Allah Ta'ala, Allah has given. That comes from the side of Allah Ta'ala. When a person has the love of Allah, that love is initiated from the side of Allah. When Allah loves him, now he's going to have that love for Allah Ta'ala. And if he doesn't start from that side, then no love is going to start on this side. So make a lot of shukr to Allah Ta'ala. You're here in our heart. Make shukr to Allah. That Allah, you brought me here. That don't ever snatch this ni'mah, this great bounty away from me, ever. Allah keep bringing me over here. The more we make shukr, the more Allah Ta'ala will bring us over here. This month of Ramadan really is a very, very valuable month. And Allah Ta'ala has kept special moments in this Mubarak month of Ramadan. Generally, to go and acquire knowledge of deen is great, great fazilah. To learn one masla of deen, some narrations come, better than 1,000 rakats of nafil namaz is to learn one masala of deen. But when it came to the month of Ramadan, all the madrasas, they closed their doors. There are no classes in the month of Ramadan. And there is no lessons that are being imparted. No masail of deen is being imparted. This is one time that the madrasa, the darulooms are closed. And the second time that the darulooms are closed is in the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah, at the time of Qurbani. Why? Because these two times, the days of Ramadan and the 10 days of Dhul Hijjah, these are the days of the ibadah of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. That is why the ulama say, close the madrasa. Now spend this time in the ibadah of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. So these last 10 nights in the month of Ramadan, the entire month of Ramadan is very valuable. But most important is these last 10 nights of the Mubarak month of Ramadan. Imam Ghazali Rahmatullahi has given an example of this. He says that there's a beautiful orchard. There are 3 stages, 3 parts to this orchard. And in this orchard, you get first grade fruit. Generally in South Africa, we hardly get first grade fruit. All the first grade fruit, it is exported because of the money they get, because of the high prices that they get overseas, it is exported to foreign countries. We generally eat B, C grade, whatever, but not A grade generally in South Africa. So in this orchard, there's all A grade fruits. So a person, he's given a basket and he says, go into this orchard. And whatever you want, you take now. But when you pass a tree, you can't return, you can't come back to the tree. Once you pass, you are gone. You have to go forward now. So this person is given the basket, he takes the basket and he goes into the orchard. As he's going to the orchard, really, what wonderful fruit he sees. So he says, let me start picking. But as he is going to pick, he says, oh, there's a tree in front. And the tree in front of me has better fruit than this tree. So he says, let me go forward. I'll pick up the fruit in front. So he goes forward. As he's about to pluck from the next tree, he sees better than that ahead of him. And like this, he comes to the end of the first orchard. But his basket is empty. He didn't pull anything in his basket. So then he sees, no, there's a second orchard still ahead. Let me go into the second orchard and I'll start filling. There's better fruit in the second orchard. So he passes the first orchard, now he's finished. He can't take anything from the first orchard. He goes into the second orchard. In the second orchard, the same thing happens. Each time he goes to pluck, each time he goes to pick the fruit, he sees better fruit in front of him. So he says, I'll take the one ahead, I'll take the one ahead. And in this way, he comes to the end of the second orchard. But he sees the third orchard. And he now enters into the third orchard. In the third orchard, he wants to pick, and he sees better fruit ahead of him. When he comes to the third orchard, when he comes to the end of the third orchard, he still hasn't picked anything. He goes out of the third orchard now to pick. But what was in front of the third orchard? It was a mirror. Normally you go into the fruit shop, what do you see? You see a mirror in the front. On the top there are mirrors. And the fruit that is reflecting in the mirror, that is much more better than the fruit in reality. The reflection is much more better. So when he goes out, he realizes that this is just a reflection. There's no fruit over here. And the basket is empty. The condition is you can't go back. You can't go back to fetch. So he's left that 3 orchards with an empty basket. What regret this person will have. Imam Ghazali Rahmatullahi explains from here, exactly understand the month of Ramadan. Allah gave us the first 10 nights, awwaluhu rahmah, the first 10 days of the rahmat of Allah Ta'ala. And what we say in the beginning of Ramadan, oh, don't worry, man, I still got a long way to go. I got the second 10 days. A person then goes into the second 10 days. وَأَوْسَطُهُ مَغْفِرَةً. Those were the days where Allah makes maghfirah. Allah forgives. Wholesale Allah Ta'ala forgives. So he goes into the second 10 days of the month of Ramadan. And then he gets caught up in the second 10 days. And what he says? I'll catch up last 10 days. Those are the main 10 nights. I'll catch up in the last 10 nights of the month of Ramadan. When he comes into the last 10 nights of the month of Ramadan, he's saying today, tomorrow, I'll catch up. And before he knows it, he's out of the Mubarak month of Ramadan and his basket is empty. Allah save us that our basket shouldn't be empty when we come to the end of the month of Ramadan.